It is your witchy friend Grace from Small Worlds Big Adventures with a little Spooktober announcement before a review of the spooky board game Kill Dr. Lucky. This week we'll be giving away a game from our personal collection. This week's game is Hako Onna, a heart-stopping game about trying to escape a haunted house. To qualify, you must live in the United States and comment on at least one video this week, October 22nd through the 28th. We'll then randomly choose a winner from the comments. Also, everyone who comments throughout the month, the 1st through the 30th, will be entered for a brand new copy of Horrified, a maddening cooperative board game with iconic monsters. We'll announce the winner by commenting on one of the winning person's comments and announce on each Sunday's video who has won. The more videos you comment on, the greater your chance you have to win. So let us know your thoughts on each game.
Hi, I'm Gracie and this is Scott from Small Worlds Big Adventures, and today we are going to be reviewing Kill Dr. Lucky.
Yeah, Kill Dr. Lucky is a game for 3 to 8 players. It plays in about 45 minutes. Cost is $40 on Amazon.
Yep. Actually, when this goes up, I'm not sure if this is still the case, but right now it's on sale for like $18.
Oh, get it now then. Do pick it up. Spoilers, but yes, do pick this one up. This should be on your shelf. Setup, tear down, about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a pretty deck of cards and some standees, basically.
Yeah, pretty simple.
Yeah. The game plays, it's a tongue-in-cheek murder mystery, except that the murder mystery is right before the murder mystery happens. You're all characters in this house, in this mansion, trying to kill Dr. Lucky as he moves around the house. He moves from room to room. You try to catch him, and you can only catch him. You can only try to kill him if you're alone with him. And then if you do so, you have to have, hopefully you have a weapon. You can just try and punch him to kill him.
He is a very old man.
He's a very old man. But the other players have cards that can stop you from killing him. And basically you kind of plays until everybody's out of stopping cards, and then somebody lucks out and gets him, basically. It's very tongue-in-cheek because you are trying to kill somebody, but it's a fun game.
It is.
It plays quick, and it scales up really well.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure these are all things we'll discuss as we're getting later. But
I like to think of it as like reverse Clue.
Yeah.
You're trying to figure out what room, who, and with what.
Yep.
And this, you're trying to be the person in whatever room you can with whatever you can.
Yeah, no, that's right on point.
Going along with that, we are curious who your favorite Clue character is to play.
Sure.
Scott?
I don't know, Professor Plum.
My favorite Clue character is Colonel Mustard.
Oh, okay.
When we review games, we do it on a 5-point scale from terrible, bad, mixed, good to excellent. And to kick it off, we're going to talk about player agency.
But player agency is good. You move around the board using movement cards. Some of the movement cards allow you to teleport. You basically get to choose when and where you're trying to ambush Dr. Lucky, as he kind of, not randomly, I mean, he moves in a set pattern, but
he does,
kind of bounces around the board based off of how other players are also playing. It can be kind of hard, especially if you're playing with more players, because they can affect where he's going to be and change where you thought you were going to be even in one round of the game.
Yeah.
But you have a decent amount of options in the game.
Yeah. No, I agreed pretty much for the same reasons. I would say the only reason it's not really like excellent for me is like the way other players play and whatnot can impact you. So you're limited. You are limited in that aspect, but it is good.
Yeah.
Going along with that, mechanics are good. The way you're able to move around the board and collect items and things like that, it just flows really well and easy to understand.
Yeah, it kind of works a little bit weird because if Dr. Lucky lands on you, then you get an extra turn.
Yeah.
There are areas in the house you can depend on that to get like 3 turns in a row. And if you get an extra turn instead of the turns going back to the normal flow, then the person next to you gets to go in order, so people get knocked out of their turn. So the game is erratic, but the mechanics work, and they work well. They're not that complex, especially once you kind of see what's going on. Your first maybe round or two, if it's your first time playing the game, maybe a little bit confusing, but they're not that confusing, and you'll pick up on it real quick, and you won't lose time to that. That will make you feel like you can't win that game by any stretch. So yeah, I agree. Mechanics are good.
Yeah. Components wise, I think they're good. I do want to like preface this with saying that like we have an older version. We actually just bought this for our son for him to go off to college with, and like his board was different. I honestly think his board is worse. Our board, like, you can see the room and the furniture and all this, and his board game, it's just like color blocks and patterns, which I didn't love.
Yeah.
So there's that, but it's kind of dated, but good components. You have standees, not figures. The cards are good. The art is cute. You have a good board. But yeah.
Yeah, I put mixed, and I think you kind of start to see this a lot in our reviews. If there's standees instead of figures, at this point, generally, I'm probably putting mixed, mainly because 3D printing is getting so cheap that there's almost no excuse not to be doing it. Although, that being said, if you can get it at sub $20 right now, that's really good. The components that are there are fine.
Yeah.
It just they could be better.
Yeah.
It's not a complaint. It's just at mixed. It's just that's fine.
Theming wise, what did you think?
Good. The theme is you're trying to kill Dr. Lucky, and that's what you're trying to do. It's the introduction story is cute.
Yeah.
The couple of paragraphs that you read out, the weapons you're using are fun. You're running around his mansion. The failing to kill him cards all have a cute little thing on them. So it's very tongue in cheek, but the theming is good.
I said it was excellent. For me, like if you think of like a mix of murder mystery stories or like Clue and whatnot, and kind of that like 1920s like party atmosphere in a big mansion, it matches all of those. And then like the tongue-in-cheekness of it is carried out throughout the game. And like on top of that, like it's theming I enjoy. And so like not only it is like all those aspects carried out throughout, but then it's also just enjoyable. Sure. Which goes into enjoyability for me, which is excellent. I think this game is fun. It's lighthearted. If you grew up playing Clue, then this is kind of a fun adult version of that. And it's one of those like games that if someone's like, let's play Kill Dr. Lucky, I am never sad to do it.
Yeah. I said good. A lot of the same reasons you did. It is a fun play. It's quick. Turns are fast.
Yep.
If you're playing with a lot of people, it's a little slower, especially when a couple of people can get into the loop of moving Dr. Lucky around and taking extra turns. Sometimes it can take a little while to get back around to you, but even then it tends to go fairly quick. It's a good gateway game.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe not the best, but the rules are simple enough and they scale well and the game plays fast enough that it's a pretty easy one to take out and not be too intimidating.
Yeah.
And then the theme is kind of tongue-in-cheek enough that like it's approachable.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good. I enjoy the game.
Going into final thoughts, I think we both put on our list, this is a good gateway game.
Yeah, it's a great gateway game, and we've used it that way a number of times.
Yeah, if you have a friend that you wish they would get into more complex games, have them play this game.
Yeah, this is, we talk about it once in a while, but hands down, this is definitely this should be on your shelf game.
Yeah.
You should own a copy of this.
10,000%. But beyond that, it's a fun flip on Clue. The storytelling aspect of it, like you're creating the story in the moment, and like you have those real authentic like frustration moments of like, oh my God, I'm going to be able to kill Dr. Lucky, and then it turns out no,
you slipped on a banana peel.
Or it turns out you didn't like do the eye lines right, and
Or,
someone
yeah,
can see
someone
you.
can see you. Yep.
So like if you're like putting yourself in the like part of just wanting to kill this old man for whatever reason, those like frustrations come out authentically in the game. But yeah, and then at least for our game, I really like the art style. So
yeah, that's true. The art on the board is really good. I agree. It's fun. It's tongue in cheek. Humor. Again, you're trying to kill the old man for various reasons. And the game theme is both fun, and the game way it plays is also fun. It's a bit chaotic, but it's chaotic quick and in a good way.
Yes.
And not in a bad way, not to the game's detriment.
Yeah.
The game is pretty easy. Again, it's a good gateway game. It's also quick, so it's a fairly easy one to pull out at the end of the night.
Yep.
And especially if everybody's played it before, you can half hour, 45 minutes, depending on how many players. You can generally get a game done. And the game scales up well. You need 3 players to play it. 2 just doesn't work.
Yep.
But it plays good at 3, 4, 5, 6 players.
Oh, for sure.
No doubt. You can play it up to 8. 8 gets a little bit much. I think we've played it with 6. I don't think we played it with more than that.
Cool.
Yeah.
If you like the game Clue, you might like this game. There also is a new game we haven't played, but it's called Save Dr. Lucky.
Yeah.
So if you have played it and enjoyed it, you're probably going to like this game. And then also Catan.
Yeah, it's a kind of a funny mix of, you do have to sort of play with the other players to stop players from winning.
Yep.
In Catan, you kind of have to work together to make trades and stuff for the stuff you want, but also only one person's going to win, so you also have to be kind of cutthroat. And this game kind of has the same theming. Interesting addendum. So I don't know if they still make games or not, but in the old days when I was first starting out, there was a series of games that were called cheap ass games, and literally just came in a plastic Ziploc bag with. For this, it was literally just the map and some cards that you had to cut out for something like under $5.
Oh,
and that
fun.
is where my first copy of Kill Dr. Lucky came from.
Nice.
Was that, and it was apparently popular enough that it ended up becoming an actual like full-fledged board game, which is neat.
Rightly so.
There were a few others, and I don't remember what the other cheap ass games were, but this one I actually owned of the cheap ass game. I don't think I do anymore, but
nice.
I did at the time. Yeah.
If you enjoyed our review of Kill Dr. Lucky, you can go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to hear more game reviews, game tips, tabletop DIYs, all of that stuff, you can go ahead and hit subscribe. If you hit the notification bell, the next time we upload, you'll be notified. Sure. If there's nothing else, we'll see you next time.